All right, with this concept, we start in on our Unit 4. So divisibility rules, we're going to put a check to show that the smaller number is a factor of the larger number. All right, so I'm just going to go down the columns here. In order for something to be divisible by 2, it needs to be even. So this one is even and this one is even. I'm not going to put anything down here because this is an odd. It will not divide by 2 evenly. The rule for 3 is if the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. So we add 1 plus 6 is 7 plus 2 is 9. So it's going to work here. It's a sum of 9. In fact, I might even make myself a little note here. And if the sum is 9, that actually means I can skip ahead and I can check off 9 as well. So whenever you're checking off 3's, you might as well do 9 in the same fell swoop. Okay, if I add these up, 2 plus 0 plus 4 is 6. Well, that is a multiple of 3. It is not a multiple of 9, so we're going to leave that blank. 1023, if I add that up, 1 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is also 6, and so this one works, but it does not work for 9. Okay, the rule for 4 is if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So this has a 20. Well, 20 is divisible by 4, so that's a yes. This one's 04. Well, 4 is divisible by 4, so that's a yes. This one's a 23. That's a no. For 5, it needs to end in a 5 or a 0. So for 5, and actually we'll also do 10 in this step, we just are looking at the last digit. So this last digit is a 0. It works for 5, and that works for 10. This last digit is 4. It doesn't work for 5 or 10. And this last digit is a 3. It doesn't work for 5 or 10. So actually the only one we're left with is 6. The rule for 6 is if it works for 2 and it also works for 3, then it works for 6. So we just look. Well, 2 and 3 both have a check mark here. That's a yes. 2 and 3 both have a check mark here. That's a yes. However, this last one only has a check mark under 3. It does not have one for 2, so that's a no. So those were your answers for this chart.